zit hier vandaag bij Emily van Evanescence. Amy, hi, welcome to Belgium. Well, I have to congratulate you on the new album because I find it like you've challenged yourself more than the previous album, like lyrically and musically.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that way too. We love it a lot more just because, well, I don't know, we've grown up a lot as musicians and people, so yeah, I was brave enough to pour a lot more into it. It was all about challenging ourselves.
Well, the circumstances were not ideal to release his sophomore album because you had to let go of your manager. Terry had a stroke. The whole world was like focused on what is she gonna do now. Did that stress you out?
There definitely was a good amount of stress, especially with Terry's stroke. Definitely at first was the scariest thing that he might not live, but then the second scariest thing was that he wouldn't be able to play guitar again. And that's what we were being told. So with a lot of prayer and sheer determination, definitely on his part, he came around and he's here and everything's going great. So things are good. It's all these challenges that make you really, better and stronger in the end.
It's a really personal record as well. Do you ever feel weird sharing these private, intimate experiences with complete strangers, which we are actually, yeah?
Sometimes it feels weird, but not when you would think. I love the feeling of getting those words out on paper and making it into a song that I love. That feels amazing. And performing too, to be able to perform something so intimate on stage feels like a great release to me. It's when you're doing an interview and then they want to know everything behind everything that you say, and it becomes very intrusive, like about the greatest tragedies of your life and the hardest moments that are so personal, and you realize, whoa, how do they know this stuff? And it's all my fault. So that's the times that it gets hard, is when people just want to know more and more and more, and they dig and dig and dig, and it's just like, I have no personal life. But I've managed to keep some secrets. There are always people that cross the line and make things weird or scary. And I've had a couple of stalkers.
I've had a couple of stalkers.
It happens, and you know what? It's hard. I think I can kind of understand why it happens with our music, is because it's so deep, and it really is going so deep within myself that I guess people sort of feel that feeling like, I understand. This is the only person who understands me and knows that I feel this way too. But there were times when I lived alone in my big creepy house when we were writing the record, and I would sit there and just be like, I'm scared to go to bed, because I knew there were definitely people that were possibly closing in on me, and I had to stay in a hotel a few times. So it's been scary occasionally, but everything's been good for a while now.
You're touring with new members now as well, new guitar player, new drummer. How has that been for the band? Like all these changes in quite a short amount of time. Is it exciting to be on the road with new people, or is it like getting to know each other on stage? And
it's been a really, really positive thing this time. Before, John and Rocky, they wanted to be part of the creative process, and we tried and it didn't work. Their writing was in a completely different direction. It just wasn't right for the band. So we gave them the shot, and it just wasn't working, and they were really bummed, more than I knew, really. They were really, really upset about it ever since. When we were in a festival in like South Africa in front of 40,000 people, standing there when it should be this awesome moment, and everyone's it's like they're back there just wishing they weren't there, and we're not working together as a band. It's like we're all fighting for our lives up there. It's miserable, and I realized we shouldn't be miserable, so we made the change. And I think it's just been the best thing for the band. I knew 110% it was the right decision. Once again, we're all up there having a blast, and I feel like it's been 3 years since I've had so much fun on stage.
get an inspiration by visiting these places in Europe, or like South Africa? You mentioned places that you never been before.
I think the most inspiring part actually is when we get to play and see other musicians, because we've been playing a lot of festivals on this tour. So you get inspired watching other bands play. We saw Muse play yesterday, and they're incredible. Like, they're an incredible band. I already love their songs, but to see them play live was this just awesome. We were all standing there just like, man, can't compete.
This is the Music Factory.